And now to breaking news. A big split this Valentine's Day. Tech giant Amazon announcing its decision to back out of its multi-billion-dollar Long Island City deal. CBSN New York's Dana Tyler is tracking all the new details from the newsroom. Dana.
Jessica, we all remember that New York City and Newark joined a long list of cities which courted the email online giant, trying to get them to open a new headquarters in their communities. How after weeks of public hearings and backlash from city and state politicians such as City Council Speaker Corey Johnson and state senators Michael Gianaris over the deal that Amazon got, the company released the following statement today that says, in part, after much thought and deliberation, we've decided to move forward with our plans to build a headquarters for Amazon in Long Island City, Queens. For Amazon, the commitment to build a new headquarters requires positive, collaborative relationships with state and local elected officials who will be supportive over the long term. While polls show that 70% of New Yorkers support our plans and investment, a number of state and local politicians have made it clear that they oppose our presence and will not work with us. To build the type of relationships that are required to go forward with the project we and many others envisioned in Long Island City. Amazon executives said the move would create 25,000 jobs, with salaries averaging $150,000 a year. They also said the move would contribute to economic growth in the region. The company also agreed to build up many sections of Queens. However, critics worried that the move would clog the city's transit system and strain its infrastructure. A week ago, right here on CBSN New York, I asked Senator Gianaris what could happen if Amazon decided to walk away. Here's what he said then. Amazon says, okay, bye New York City, we're going to Newark.
Or anywhere else, for that matter.
Sure, of course, anywhere else.
Or other parts of New York City, for that matter, right?
True,
We don't
right.
know what might happen. That's a real question. But in my view, the deal that's been reached should not be acceptable to any New Yorker. If they say that's all we'll take or we're going to leave, then they should leave. If they want to say, we recognize people here don't want this, let's start all over again, sit across the table and figure out how we could be a good neighbor and a responsible corporate citizen, that's a conversation that should be had.
Amazon thanked Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo profusely for their roles in brokering the deal, but the mayor did not exactly have a nice response. He says, you have to be tough to make it in New York City. We gave Amazon the opportunity to be a good neighbor and do business in the greatest city in the world. Instead of working with the community, Amazon threw away that opportunity. We have the best talent in the world, and every day we are growing stronger and fairer. A fairer economy for everyone. If Amazon cannot recognize what that's worth, its competitors will. New York City Council member Jimmy Van Bramer and other politicians who opposed the deal just got together. This is what they had to say.
Amazon chose to walk away. Amazon chose to walk away rather than fight for what it believed in, because what they believe in is fighting the rights of working people, the rights of men and women to organize. People in those centers, the distribution center workers, men and women making $18 an hour, $20 an hour. Amazon declared that they would fight their rights to organize, that they would crush their rights to organize and form a labor union. That was wrong. I'm proud that we fought for our values, New York values, the rights of immigrants, the rights of workers. That is what was important here.
So you heard people in the background shouting at the council member and other officials. The fallout politically seems, we just don't know, because there are two sides to this, Jessica, of course. More than that, I guess you could say. And as he was speaking about unions and organizing, of course, the Teamsters have spoken out about this, saying that, you know, they were not happy, a company coming in that did not have unions, and that just wouldn't work in New York. And then there's a whole real estate issue. And there are those people who just, you know, wanted to work there. It's emotional, it's very real, and it's sort of a whiplash thing. Doesn't it feel like that? I mean...
Yeah, absolutely. I think, Dana, that no matter how you feel about it, a lot of people are just caught off guard, very surprised right now. You know, all the things that still had to be worked out aside, Mayor de Blasio said just in the last week or two, bottom line, we cannot afford to lose tens of thousands of jobs in this area. But we just did.
And another thing, Councilman Van Bramer was saying something like, can't we just talk this through? Why is it all or nothing? Like, how did that even happen, that it was just, you know, you're going to leave? Okay.
Right, and it will be interesting to see if Amazon says more or if they're just going to let their statement stand for itself. As you said, lots remains to be seen. Certainly more reaction will come pouring from people, politicians throughout the day.
Everybody.
Dana Tyler in the newsroom, thanks very much.